Welcome to Pub Travels. Today we're doing another cocktail recipe. Why not? We found this one in Top Secret Recipes. This is for a Kahlua recipe. So this is going to be a homemade Kahlua, which we started. We actually have a date on here. This was from January 27th. It is Eclipse Day. It is April 8th. So we've been letting this sit for well over 30 days, but it's recommended 30 days at least. Let it sit for a little bit longer. So your ingredients are 2 cups of water, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of instant coffee, 2 cups of 80 proof vodka, and 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla extract. So we're gonna taste the difference and then we'll make a cocktail. I forget what cocktail we're making. So I'm gonna pour just a little sampling of the original Kahlua. This is our homemade Kahlua. All right, so there's definitely a difference in color. You can see the original Kahlua is more like a Coca-Cola almost. The homemade is a little clearer. There's definitely a little bit more viscosity, a little bit more like it has a glass of wine that has a lot of sugar in it, kind of clings. This one does not cling at all, actually. I thought it was interesting because this recipe called for vodka, and other recipes use Kahlua and vodka, but now this is vodka and more vodka, so we're gonna cross that bridge when we get to it. Kahlua is actually made with rum. I'm gonna taste the original first. Definitely very liqueur-like, nice, smooth, flavorful. Kahlua never tasted like coffee to me. I didn't even know there was coffee in it. So let's try the homemade version. It's actually smooth. You can tell it's definitely not as sweet. It doesn't have that stickiness in your mouth or on your tongue or on your lips. It's actually very good. By comparison, I like the homemade one better than the original. It's less sweet, it's less intense. So pretty interesting little taste test that the homemade one is more enjoyable to me because it's not as sweet, but still very good. Smooth, a little bit of that creaminess. We're gonna do a Black Russian using our homemade Kahlua and our real Kahlua. Feed me the ingredients. What do we have?
1.5 ounces of vodka for each, so there's 1
So this is 1 ounce. Another half an ounce. And a half an ounce of vodka. 3/4 of that. Okay. 3/4. So, a little stirry, the vodka, the Kahlua. You can see the difference in the color for sure from the homemade one. Is not as nice and caramely and pretty. Just looks a little bit more like whiskey. Okay, what else goes in here?
That's it.
That's it?
That's what it says.
What is this? This is a Black Russian?
A white Russian has milk or cream.
Oh.
Black Russian is
Do we want to put milk or cream in it? So a white Russian would be equal parts, just kind of dilute it with
just a splash of cream.
splash of cream. Splash of cream or milk will do. We're not going to do that. We're going to go with the Black Russian. You can tell that this is definitely a little bit lighter in color. That is our homemade. I'm going to go with the original. All right. So Black Russian, vodka, and Kahlua. Pretty simple. It's good. I think it's a nice way to get a little bit of the sweetness without just drinking it straight around the rocks or, just sipping on it. You can feel the sugar on your lips. feel it in your mouth. This is actually a nice way to actually enjoy the flavors if you like coffee and booze. Who doesn't? That's right, Donna. So let's try our homemade version of Kahlua. Interesting. It's actually very good. Not as sweet, which for me would be really good. I don't care for too much sweet. Very enjoyable. Original Kahlua, vodka, ice, very nice. You get a little bit more coffee flavor out of this. And with the original Kahlua, I don't taste any coffee at all. It's just the flavors themselves are just kind of combined, and it is what it is. It's the collective Kahlua. But very enjoyable. There's definitely something missing, and I can't tell what it is. I don't know if it is maybe a little bit the lower sugar content. Maybe we try doing this rather than granulated sugar, doing it with a turbinado sugar, or that would be sugar in the raw, or a demerara sugar. Demerara is typically what you'd use in an old fashioned. I think this is definitely worth experimenting with at home and in trying to figure out what you like for yourself. The original, can't go wrong. It's really good. It's really flavorful. I don't get a coffeeness to it, which is fine because that's what Kahlua is. Very enjoyable. I think I may tweak it a little bit. Like I said, we'll go with maybe a demerara sugar, or even maybe a little bit of brown sugar instead of the regular granulated sugar. And I think coffee-wise, maybe I would increase the coffee just a little bit on this recipe. But both, very good. Subtle differences. This is our Kahlua and homemade Kahlua taste test. And hope you got a little bit of inspiration to try it on your own. I always encourage that. I think it's a lot of fun. Make some cocktails. Please like, share, and subscribe. Could really use your support. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We'll catch you next time with some more cocktails and recipes and pub travels.